everybody, I'm Debbie Loveday, Manager of Fresh Start. This session is just an informative session lasting 5 or 10 minutes, just to give you a little bit of information about Fresh Start, the service we offer with students, how we help, and how we're able to help you on your return to study, whether that's on the same or a different course. So I'll just go through these slides for you. I'm Debbie Loveday. We have another 2 members of the team. That's Kath Kilmartin, our Administrator, and Lauren Bott, our Fresh Start Officer. So Lauren sees students and has advice appointments with students, just in the same way I do to support students returning to study. So what is Fresh Start? Fresh Start is an initiative to support students back to study at UCLan. So it's UCLan students who have been here before returning back to UCLan. That's either on the same course or on a different course. Discussion with the Fresh Start advisor is really relating to the choice of course, the course you might want to consider studying, returning to study, including things like finance and what you're entitled to. We like to understand perhaps the issues that have impacted on students the first time around. Sometimes people leave study because things happen in their personal life, perhaps health issues or leaving study to look after other people, other family members and children. So it's good for us to be able to understand perhaps what has impacted on you and how we're able to offer help and support. We also like to check out your readiness to return to study. Sometimes students want to come back to study, but there are other things that they need to deal with before they can come back. So it's checking those out just to see how appropriate it is, where you feel you're at if you're able to return. And we offer referral to other services, so we may refer you to Futures to get some information about employability. We might refer you to Student Services for information about disability. Whatever the issue, we're able to refer you to our other colleagues with areas of expertise within the institution. Resource area. This is an area that's located on the Fresh Start website. So it's www.uclan.ac.uk/fresh-start. If you look along the left-hand side pane of the web pages, you'll see a resource area. It does require you to log in and it does require a password. So again, the login is Fresh Start, all one word, and the password is motivation. On that resource area, you'll see lots of information. We've started to put more and more information and resources on there for students. So whether it's things like finding out about finance, what you're entitled to, finding out about futures, looking at potential courses, the employability of particular careers, all that information is on there. In addition to that, we do have the application process. So if you want to return to study or change course, the application forms are on there. So, if you want to do nursing, paramedic practice or operating department practice, yes, we can support your return to study, but the application forms are slightly different than UCAS application forms. Okay. This is a reflective summary document. I'm just going to go quickly through some of the questions to give you a little bit of information on there. This is one of the applications you would have to complete. It's one of the 2 application forms, and it almost acts like a personal statement. So the questions on there, obviously your name, your registration number if you've got that, the full title and course you'd like to study, e.g. is it BA Honours, is it BA Honours English or History, and why you've chosen the course. We're interested to understand what it is about that course that interests you, what you'd like to do with that course, your qualifications, and how it supports your future career plans. So how does this course that you're thinking of embarking on, how does it impact on the career plans you have in the future, the type of job you'd like to do 2 or 3 years down the line? That's a really important question, and that's one of the key questions that the admissions tutors are keen to understand from you. Number 7, we may want to refer you to the career service in Futures, particularly if you're not sure of which career you'd like to study. Again, we'd like you to feedback on questions 7 and 8, your experiences of that. Was it helpful? Who did you see? Perhaps you've gone into Futures with an idea of one particular course, but come away with it following the advice of perhaps another course that would be better suited to your career. We'd also like to include the positive experiences and skills you're able to apply on your return to studies at UCLan. It may be useful to reflect on experiences such as good study skills or managing finances, time management. Again, this is a very key question. So perhaps if you've been out to study for a year and you've been working, you may have been working in a shop. Rather than just saying, I've been working in a shop, you might be a supervisor, you might have supervisory skills, managerial skills, all that information you could put in that particular section and articulate what you've been doing with your time since you've been out to study. Number 10, please reflect and indicate any issues which have impacted on your ability to study previously and feel have had positive insights to which you're able to apply and return to study. So this isn't the same for everybody because this is a very generic question, but what we'd like to do is understand maybe what's got in the way of study. Perhaps you've left because studying hasn't come at the right time for you. Perhaps you're leaving because you've become demotivated on the course. Perhaps you've realised that you've got a whole new career in mind and the degree that you're actually on isn't going to be the best degree for you. So whatever the reason is, if you could include that on there, that would be a really good indicator to the tutor as to why they should perhaps consider you for a place. Number 11, again another key question. Please reflect and include any skills which you feel you're able to improve on. These may be to improve study skills or time management skills. So again, thinking about your situation, there may be certain skills you'd like to brush up on. They might be on your list of things to do when you come back to the institution. These might be things, if you're a current student, that you could do now. So if time management isn't your best skill, if study skills is challenging, again, perhaps considering to liaise with Wiser, checking out their website on the university homepages, and getting more information and support through their services so that you're able to bridge that skills gap on your return. And we want to know why you're interested in returning to study at UCLan. Why not Manchester? Why not Sheffield? It's useful to articulate to the tutor so they understand what is it about UCLan that's useful for you. Is it because you live around here? Is it because you're local? Or is it because perhaps that you've built up a good support network while you've been here? You've got lots of friends, you like the university, you like the campus, you've got used to using the library, the systems we have. These are all important things to put down on this document. The other questions are really to say that you understand that Fresh Start are here and available for your support once you've returned to study. So we need you to just tick yes to that you've read the Fresh Start leaflet again on the resource area, that you understand that when you do return to study with any questions, worries or concerns you may have, we would expect our students for whom we've supported in their return to be quite proactive in seeking out support with ourselves or in the school. If you're happy with all the information you put there, again this is a digital document in a way, so all we would want you to do is type your name there, obviously because you can't sign it, just type it, date it and send it back to us to the proxy email address of fstart1@uclan.ac.uk, and your advisor will look at this and will give you some feedback in order for you to maybe perhaps make it a slightly better application, and then we can send that off to the tutors for further advice and consideration of the place. Okay, so if you require more information about Fresh Start, perhaps check out our web pages at www.uclan.ac.uk/fresh-start, or give the team a call on 01772 895016. Thank you.